We're live. Hello. Hi. Adventures in Lollygagging, Defenders of Cobalt, Steam, Steal, and Murder. A whole mess load of people here. We'll do our intros in a second. But we are playing Things from the Flood tonight, continuing our mystery landscape that we started up about a month ago, calling it Into the Dirt, because there's dirt and dust storms and stuff. It makes perfect sense. Before I get into a summary of what we're doing, we'll kind of go around, say who you are, say what you're playing, plug what you gotta plug. If you're anyone in the channel, if we're sounding okay, just give us the thumbs up. If we're sounding terrible, just give us a thumbs up anyway, because it helps my confidence. So we'll start with Bert. So Bert, who are you playing, and who are you?
I'm playing Edward Ranking. I'm the resident computer guy as well as entrepreneur in this area. Yeah. But my name's Bert.
Here.
That's good enough. We can do
Okay.
talks later.
Fine. Let's go over to Chuck.
Ooh, am I in a different spot?
Are you? I don't think so.
Versus? No, I don't know.
It's
Maybe.
because
Who
the
knows?
alien game. You're somewhere else. Like you go.
Yeah,
around.
I get there's so many spots.
There's
Hey,
too many
I'm
games.
Chuck. Defenders of Cobalt. We, do shit on the internet. I don't even know anymore. But tonight I'm playing Levi. I am the, musically inclined one of the group. My mother is super protective because the rest of my family is dead. And I don't know. I'm gonna do stuff in the game. Yeah.
That's true.
Mhm.
That's true. I really enjoy being Chuck's overprotective mother. I think this is like the favorite character I've ever got to RP from an NPC perspective.
I never knew Chuck had a Jewish mother, though.
I like.
Just,
Oh my goodness. Joe, who are you?
I'm Joe with the Defenders of Cobalt, and I'm playing Nicholas, who gets into a lot of trouble, but slightly less trouble than the rest of his family, usually.
That's true. That's true. And what's up with your family these days? Your older brother is missing.
Yeah,
and wanted
he's
by.
missing.
Yeah.
But when he's not missing, he's selling drugs.
Mhm.
And my dad got in a fight with military police, but
Yes,
he's
yeah.
back
Yeah.
for now, so that's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the major stuff.
Yeah. I mean, that's about it. Oh, also, spoiler alert: you kind of got in a fight with military police, even though you didn't actually fight
Yeah.
them. We'll get
It
into
was
that.
it was not it was more one-sided.
Yeah. It was more like I give up, but like
Yeah.
it was a confrontation. Yeah. So there's that.
Yeah, I thought I might be able to get out without a confrontation, but
Mhm.
that didn't happen.
Yeah.
Incorrect.
Hey, listen, like no one got shot, so I guess that's a good thing, right? It could have gone a lot worse.
Yeah, we
So-
just burned down the building or
It's-
something like that.
I mean, that is. I mean, it ends. Forest fire and stuff. Yeah. Bottom row. Melissa.
I'm Melissa with Adventures in Lollygagging. I am playing Allison, who is twin sister to Llewellyn. She is the partier of the group. Um, and yeah, our house has been infested with meat.
Yep. Mm-hmm. That's true. Also, you had like a issue with a friend last week, and I can't remember the name. It was either autumn or summer. It could have also been winter. I don't know. But one of
It was
the
summer.
seasons is sort of
It was summer.
Okay.
Yeah, so autumn is my anchor,
Mhm.
and summer is middle of an overdose last episode.
That is true. And then in the middle below is your twin sibling, Jeremy.
Yeah, I'm Jeremy. I'll be playing the lesser of the Forrester twins. I'm playing Llewellyn, and I'm kind of a jock, but like I mean well, and I try to help people. But sometimes I light things on fire, and I almost lose my car. And like our dad went missing, and our house is meat, and there's robot bugs, and sometimes I think we're in hell. I don't know.
Okay, just taking notes as potential ways to end the campaign. Send them to hell. So,
I know
It's
you
Always
are.
a surefire way to send things on a fast track.
It's yeah. I mean, like if yeah, it definitely works. Definitely works. Did you talk about your Plutecast podcast? Because
I did not.
Don't make me lie.
PLEWD, Anchor in the YouTubes. Why not?
yeah. And then finally, Dan. Hi, who are you?
Everybody. Dan with the Defenders of Cobalt, playing Steven, our oddball in the group here, not very social. And I may have implicated a whole lot of other people in our group by carrying around like a military experiment in my backpack that got found last week. So,
Whoops.
yeah, if I wasn't there
Yeah.
at the exact second, so they don't know it was mine.
I mean, they only have the one wallet of the one character,
And
Nicholas,
possibly the plates of the other one.
and possibly the make and model and plates. Who knows, even VIN number of Llewellyn's vehicle. But we'll get to that in a moment. So let's just do the summary. So you're a bunch of kids. It's 1992. We're in a sleepy desert town known as Endurance that has been beset by a weird dust storm, and usually has dust storms, but a particularly weird one. And we are dealing with some ramifications, consequences, whether or not they're directly related to that dust storm or just tangentially related. Who knows yet? But lots of weird things are happening. Last week, you all kind of investigated two things, but one of them you pulled out pretty quick, and that was you started to go to a suburb on Beaver Ruin Road that was apparently suffering some kind of infestation, and there's like a bunch of exterminators across like 6 different houses, and Levi's potential, love interest Tiffany had given you information that apparently like there were pets whose heads were exploding or something like that. You all checked that out. There were some folks there tenting up some houses, and you didn't really push it too far. You had to plan to come back later. But you know that there's at least something going on in the suburbs. Instead, you went up to the mountains near the summer camp, the abandoned summer camp, which has turned into sort of like a squatter's haven in like a meth den area. And there apparently was earlier in the day a house that was up, like a rich person's house up further up the mountain, had tumbled down onto the grounds of the summer camp and into the lake. And while exploring there, you all found a couple things. You found that there was like this weird mud that was starting to form after the house fell into the lake. You all climbed up the mountain as well. You discovered who owned the house, a big-time architect by the name of Ora Kelly. Edward did a little bit of research at the tail end of the episode and was getting some kind of conflicting information about whether or not she was alive or dead. You also, I think it was Levi and maybe Steven, I can't remember. I know Levi for sure. Were exploring a little bit further out and away from the town, and you notice kind of this weird change in sort of vegetation growth between like like on the south side and then the north side. There's a very stark line, and you also notice these weird radio towers and stuff blinking all over the place in the night. Nicholas nearly got arrested actually he did get arrested by the military police, put in zip ties, thrown into the back of a big old black vehicle. But you all staged some kind of explosion as you blew up one of the cabins in this summer camp to cause a distraction. And that allowed you to free Nicholas, allowed you to escape from the summer camp without getting into too much trouble with the military police that suddenly showed up there out of nowhere. And
provided them with the perfect cover. So, I mean, we did them a favor. They didn't have to come up with, a cover story. We gave it to them. They should thank us.
They're definitely gonna forget that we were there and everything because we were so nice.
Yeah,
Exactly.
We didn't actually cause some problems.
wasn't an issue whatsoever.
Would
you go so far to say we didn't start the fire?
Permanent.
It was always burning, Jeremy. It was always there. So then you all headed home one by one, and as has been referenced, Allison and Llewllyn. There we go. I got it. Llewllyn. Their home, a duplex somewhere on the outskirts of the suburbs there. is apparently infested with meat, as they found their missing father, who was basically in a beer coma on the couch after eating some kind of TV dinner.
A beer coma or a meat coma?
Well, that's a
That's a
fairly
real
good
question.
point right there, Dan.
Column A, column B.
Yeah. But as you were looking around your house, I think it was Allison who found that there was meat in the junction box.
Hmm.
And then Llewllyn... Sorry to hold the Twitch. It's really hard to pay attention to the chat and do the summary at the same time. And then Llewllyn, I think, also found some in the walls. Was that right? Did I got that right? Okay.
We're looking for mouse holes and
Yeah.
or meat
Right.
holes, as they're now called.
So we're going to go ahead and start it up. I'll give you all some time now to... Is there anything you want to do with this? So Allison, Llewllyn, you see each other. Both of you have these ghastly faces on. You look disgusted. What do the two of you want to do about this?
I mean, I know we shouldn't burn down 2 houses in one night, but
Yeah.
Maybe you should.
Or is this connected to another one? So, yeah.
oh yeah,
Definitely shouldn't do that.
okay, yeah.
And you do know that the wall that you were looking in, Llewllyn, is the shared wall of the duplex.
Maybe we should ask if our neighbors seen anything weird.
Or if their things are turning on and off, because when we came in, like the lights were flickering and the TV's flickering. So maybe we
Yeah.
can pop over and see if they've got some flickering stuff going on too.
That's a really good idea.
Okay. Go outside. Walk across the porch area. Go over to their door. You knock on the door a bit. No answer. You do notice, though, the two of you are capable enough to notice, even though the curtains have been drawn, you do see some power flickering going on inside.
Is there a separate junction box for that unit?
Yeah, in the carport of each of these units.
I'll just go walk myself over there.
Oh, okay. So you walk over into their carport. They have a Buick Century Coupe. This kind of like light blue car. And you notice a few things. You notice that there's something coming out from underneath the door from the carport into their part of the duplex. You see, like, it almost looks like from a distance, without having any light or anything on in the carport, because it is dark in here, and you just kind of got the residue of light coming in from like the kind of the honeycomb side of the carport. It looks like maybe electrical cords or something.
So I'm gonna kind of peek my head back around the corner, Lou, and kind of wave you over.
The hell's going on over there?
Let's follow it, see where it goes.
Fine.
Okay.
So I'll just kind of.
So you walk up to the car. You look down at what you thought was electrical cords, but when you look a little bit more closely, you realize they're just these long, stretched out tendrils of meat that seem to have crawled out from underneath the door of this duplex and has crawled up the side of this Buick Century Coupe and seems to be into the front hood underneath, like kind of gotten through the seams into the hood of the car.
Oh.
You should. How did you park in the carport?
I mean, yeah.
Maybe back it away from the house so the same thing doesn't happen to our car.
You're really smart, sis. I'm really glad you're here. I'm gonna go do that right now.
So as you go to leave the carport, Llewllyn, you suddenly hear the car turn on
Shit.
and back up and try to like kind of cut you off. Go ahead and roll a move test for me.
What?
Allison, while this is happening, you see that one of the tendrils of meat that you're standing next to lashes out at you as well. Go ahead and you roll a move test, please.
Shit.
Knock it off, Christine.
Multitask.
So, Llewllyn, as you're backing away, you catch sight of like the light suddenly coming on. You hear the sounds of it, and it curves and smashes into the side of the carport. But when you manage to dodge out of the way, Allison, you're kind of caught in between now, but you're able to move out of the way of the tendrils, and you're kind of trapped in the corner. The car is now kind of locking you into this corner of the actual carport itself. You can see that there is a kind of a small table, like a work table, like a couple different toolboxes and things. And you can see that the entire table itself is you thought was covered in like wires, electrical wires, and things like that, but you realize it's just these long tendrils of meat. And you hear a and you look over and you see what looks like some kind of weed whacker has started to rev up and is moving around on the wall, like on a peg that it's hanging from.
If I can reach, I'll try and like maybe help yank her up over the hood of it or something.
Okay.
Or because you said the car's trying to block
The car,
her
yeah,
in,
the
right?
car has like kind of backed up, but then curved and slammed against the wall. You managed to get to the other side of it since you were leaving. She kind of got trapped on the other side, but did manage to avoid getting wrapped up by one of these tendrils. Go ahead and roll a force test to see if you can just pull her over top of the car.
Okay, I will try that because this is weird.
Oh yeah, no problem. You managed to pull her
Nope,
clean
nope,
and
nope, nope.
clear, and the two of you back away from the carport as the car itself begins to tries to pull out of the carport itself, but you see it doesn't quite, like it stays tethered.
It's like the grossest thing I've ever seen.
So you're back out of the carport
So-
now. You're in the driveway. You're okay. What
It
do you
hurt-
want to do with
It
this?
can. So I'm whispering, like, it can hear us and understand what we said.
Oh yeah, ham sucks.
You hear.
Okay, do not taunt Happy Fun Car. Got it.
Okay. So let's definitely move our car away from the house.
Maybe we just move away from this house, like just toss Dad in the back seat and go somewhere else. I don't want to sleep here. I
gotta
don't want to
s-
sleep here.
We gotta stop this from overtaking, like, more than this.
What? Okay, so we burn the house?
No. What?
I don't know.
Is there
Um,
is there one of our friends that lives in like biking distance or something of us?
I think that Edward and Nicholas were probably in relatively the same neighborhood, just probably different parts of the neighborhood. I think Dan said, you said that Steven was sort of by the rich suburbs, and then I know
Yeah.
Levi is in the is in a trailer park that's probably about 10 minutes away.
Yeah. I mean, they have the car though, don't they? So I mean, they could travel a little bit.
Yeah. But like, maybe we shouldn't leave Dad in there either, because
And there's people next door, right? Like they're home because their car's there. So we might want to try to do something about this, and
S-
maybe
do-
we could use some help.
I might have to break into somebody's house. Like, okay, all right. Okay. We don't want them to get turned into like weird meat puppets or anything, so we should probably do that.
Probably. So,
So
I'm gonna
we're-
see if I can get somebody on the phone. I'm gonna see if I can go back in.
Okay,
to
so you
our
go back
house
inside
and
your
see if I
house. You get
call
on the
up.
phone. Who you call?
See who I can get. Probably our cousin first.
Okay. Ring, ring. Ring, ring. And we'll say that Nicholas answers it because he's a teenager, and teenagers always want to get to the phone first. And so, whoosh, you quickly grab it. It's like 10 o'clock at night, something like that. But Nicholas, your cousin Allison, is now on the phone.
Nick, can you get over here?
Yeah, I'd probably leave here in a second. What's
Can
up?
you grab your brother's bike or something? You wouldn't believe me if I told you, but just come.
One of those things. Okay, I'll be over in a bit.
If you can stop by and grab anybody else on your way, please do.
Okay.
So, got like a really weird idea. Like sometimes processed food has stuff like it reacts with funny. Like, have I ever seen like any of Dad's Ham's dinners like dissolve in a funny way or anything? Like anything that they don't mix well with?
Huh. Interesting question. Roll. Let's say. I think it's. We'll say. I think it's empathize. Let me double check the skill. I always forget the skills. It's because you're kind of looking for its weakness. Is that right?
Yeah, like I'm just trying to think of like what would I dump on this processed meat to just make it turn into mush.
Okay.
I
would
see
say
Sprite in chat, and I wouldn't necessarily disagree with. Like,
comprehend, or I would say,
Cola.
empathize. You empathize. You could do, but it's not. Yeah. I mean, you could do empathize because it is for
Okay.
like finding weak spots. So you can do that too.
I'll give that a try.
People actually use Coca-Cola tenderized meat.
Come on, just tell me what's gonna melt you. Talk to me, meat.
Do you want to push that?
No.
Why aren't you listening to me, meat?
You sure? Okay. All right. Yeah, you're not really sure. You can't really remember. You've always tried to kind of avoid the stuff, so you probably don't really know. Avoid for a variety of reasons. One, because it looks really unhealthy, but two, because you hate ham and the meat guy and everything. So those two things probably keep you from knowing too much about it.
That's
What
pretty
time
fair.
of day is it right now?
It's like 10 o'clock at night.
10 o'clock at night.
Something
Okay.
like that. It's late. But your parents are your parents are probably in bed at this point. Your kid brother is in bed, so you could probably sneak out pretty easily.
Yeah, I'd probably leave through the window and
Okay.
Grab a bike or something, head down. I'd stop by everyone's house that's like on the way. I'm not sure how far out of my way I would go.
I think you can get
On a bike.
you would be able to get Edward for sure. 'Cause if you're suburbs, you would be able to get Edward. You would probably be able to get Steven, but Steven's kind of in like the nicer suburb. So he's like in a nicer place, but you kind of I think Edward, Nicholas, Llewllyn, and Allison probably all live in a relatively the same area. So you could probably
Okay.
go around and grab them. And your parents also have a car too. Do you have a driver's license?
I bet he would.
Would you want to try to sneak the car out?
I don't know if I want to risk it right now.
You did just get that nice little speech from your dad.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I think I need to let him cool down for a second.
Okay.
So I'll try and do. I bet if I go over to Edward's house, we'll try and use his phone to call Chuck.
Okay. So we'll
Get
say
me to come
you make it
over
over to Edward's house. What's Edward doing at like 10:30 at night there, Bert?
Edward's pretty wrecked from last time.
Yeah.
And at the ending scene, he refused to take his medications, threw them in the trash, and just laid down. So he's just been in absolute misery all day. What can you do to heal again?
We could say that if you wanted to, since it's been probably a little bit of time since the issues at the summer camp, you could have probably spent the time that everyone's kind of split up with your anchor, because your anchor is your hacker friend, because we've made it so it's like if you spend time in like an IRC chat or something like that with your anchor, kind of talking it over with a scene and kind of divulging to them like all the horrible stuff that happened and whatever you want to share, then they can do it. So yeah, it's really just like burning a scene basically.
Okay, cool. That's exactly what I've done. So probably just in bed, feeling miserable, listening to music.
Okay. All right. So Nicholas comes knocking on your window or whatever, and he's got his bike and he's got a weird look on his face.
I always leave it open because this happens so much. It's just like, come on.
I think the first thing I'd say is, can I use your phone? I have to call somebody real quick.
Toss him the cordless.
Yeah, then I'd call up Chuck. I think you're Levi, right?
Don't just sit in the windowsill, man. It's cold. Get in here.
Sorry. Yeah, I'd call up Levi.
Levi, you're as you're on the phone with Tiffany, you hear the call waiting thing click in, and you know that you have another call. Do you click over? Because Tiffany's like, "Oh my god, I really am. I hate this hotel. I can't stand it here. Can you do me a favor? Like, my favorite CD is like in my house still, and like they won't let me go get it. So like, you can go get it for me, right?
What CD is it?
Oh, you know, it's just like my favorite one that Jeff needs to look up because he wrote it down. 1 second. Calm down.
It's in my notes.
It's
On
like,
the other page.
it's my Sophie B. Hawkins CD
Oh man.
because
Are
it
you
has our
sure?
song. It has our song.
We have a song? That's
Yeah.
awesome, man.
Damn, I wish I was your lover.
Oh,
You remember that song? It's so great. It's so wonderful.
yeah. I told her. Yeah, I'll see what I can do, right?
Thank you.
What room are you at in the hotel?
5.
Room 5. All right. First floor. That's cool. Like, yeah, I'll see what I can do. I gotta go. I got my buddy on the other line though.
You're going to talk to your buddy over me. Oh my god. It's
Hey,
ridiculous.
he's got the car, man. If I gotta get that CD, I need the car.
Okay, fine. That makes sense. Call me later. Bye-bye.
All right. Hey, Nick, man. What's up?
Something's happening over at my cousin's place. They weren't very specific, but it sounded like it's something related to what we've been dealing with here recently. So I need you to head over there if you can.
Yeah, you got the wheels, or am I making my own way?
I've got a bike.
Oh, that's lame. I got one of those too. All right, I'll meet you over there.
All right, see you there.
Okay. So we'll say for ease, since we're doing a phone chain, 1 by 1, everyone's collected. And unless somebody specifically doesn't want to be involved, we'll say over the course of the next half an hour, everyone makes their way over. And we are outside of, or we could be inside, it's up to you guys, of the Forrester duplex. And you have kind of filled them in a little bit. Every now and then you hear some kind of tool, a power tool, just suddenly rev up from this your neighbors. What are your neighbors' names, by the way? Who you share a duplex with?
Well,
It's a young couple. They have a kid, probably like 7 or 8, something like that.
okay. Cole and Patty White.
Cole
Their
and
little
Patty.
girl Bailey.
All right. Okay. You have just put Cole, Patty, and Bailey into the greatest danger they've ever been in their life. Got it. Check.
Excellent.
Okay. But yeah, you hear like various tools and such going off from the carport. But Stephen, you're here. Nicholas, you're here. Levi, Edward, you've all made it 1 by 1 or in small groups. But you're outside the door of the Forrester duplex.
I think maybe I'll like grab a tire iron out of my car. I don't mean for this to sound weird, but I get a feeling I'll be beating meat all night long.
I could have stayed home for that, man. What the hell?
Hey, we stop by 7-Eleven or something, pick up a whole bunch of cans of Aquanet and some lighters, just in case.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll say whoever was driving with Edward they're ones that get there the latest, but we'll add another 15 minutes. So it's closing in on 11 o'clock. So it's been almost an hour since you've made your crazed discovery within your duplex.
Did it look like the meat tried to go for our dad at all?
When you were inside, no, you didn't see any obvious signs of meat. on the interior. You only saw it when you like kind of looked underneath the door and such. But if you've been in and out, like, have you gone inside it? Have you gone back into your apartment? I assume.
Yeah, I would want to get him out of there.
Yeah, you
and
can
then,
easily
and
get him up and out of there.
now I want to get the other family out of there too.
Okay.
Hello? Please come outside so that we don't have to do something that we're going to really regret.
There doesn't seem to be a response. When you hit the doorbell, it doesn't work. There's just sort of a dull thud.
Mm-hmm.
Suck meat. You suck ham. Hate you. I'll channel my rage of ham and I'll kick the door in.
Okay, roll a force test.
Oh.
That's a good idea.
As Allison was like walking over to the front window and was about to like knock on the window, and then she's like, or that.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I hate ham so much that I rolled 4 successes.
You blow the door off its hinges. And it
suck ham
goes flying into the duplex, clattering into like a coffee table, and then tumbling a bit, and then suddenly getting stopped, like almost vertically and kind of tilted off to the side. When you look inside, it is dark, but there are occasional flickers of light coming from the TV and coming from some of the lamps and lights in here. And all of you are around at this point.
Okay, if anybody's home, I just want it to be like totally clear. I'm kicking in your door to save you. Come outside.
You hear something moving around inside somewhere. You hear like something clatter. You hear something bump into something else.
If you're not meat, say something like I'm a little teapot so that I don't brain you, okay?
Okay. Moments later, you see what looks like a fairly large, bulky remote control car come launching itself like up and over the coffee table. And you can see that it's got this weird swath of meat wrapped around it, and it's like launching right on top of you. And as it does, the meat just leaps off of the actual car itself. I need you and whoever else walked in the door to make move tests.
Excellent.
That would be me. I would definitely have been.
Okay, so
behind.
2 you go ahead and make move tests.
I can't wait to swing at that thing.
Yeah. I imagine I also have some sort of a.
Okay. Both of you very easily duck out of the way, and the rest of you who are out on the porch kind of waiting around, you see this amoeba-like shape of meat just hurl out of the door itself and lay flat on the ground for a second, and then it begins to slowly bulb up into almost like an octopus-like shape and starts to crawl across the floor.
Start handing out the cans of the aqua net and the lighters. It's like,
Oh my god.
I'm glad you remind me because I was about to kick that thing, man.
When you're inside, those of you inside, you look around and you can see that much like cobwebs, you see these long like strands of meat going from different sides of the corners of the room. You can see that the entirety of the TV has basically been covered by a net of meat. You can see that there's huge tendrils that are kind of flipping around on the inside of the kitchen area. The microwave is like kind of beeping, like as if it's ready, like beep, 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 that kind of thing. And still that flickering light. You see no signs of anybody here in the middle of the living room, though.
Hey, do you guys know where the breaker box is for this house?
You don't want to
it-
go over there. It's in the carport, but there's moving tentacles, and it went after both of us when we were over there. So
Okay.
be careful if you do.
We want to like start there and try and clear those out, and then because it seems like it likes power.
Looking for people, looking for living people inside.
Okay.
So Allison,
Is there a car here, like the neighbor's car?
Yeah, there is. There's it was a Buick Century
Buick.
coupe that is, you can see is like kind of stuck against the wall, and it's periodically starting itself up and trying to move.
Okay. Are we able to see that there's no one in it?
Yeah, there's definitely no one in it. The dome light occasionally comes in. You don't see anybody driving. Steven, you're probably one of the last to get here. You see that the houses on either side also seem to have like kind of a flickering electricity thing, and as you're watching, you see like a small shoot of like sparks from one of the power lines that seems to be on this street.
So it's like traveling through the electrical lines, it looks like. Or along them, perhaps.
You don't see, I mean, it's too dark. You'd have to get closer to look for that kind of stuff, but yeah, you definitely see like it looks like there's power fluctuations around on the street.
Either that or it's just sucking a lot of energy in.
Like
You guys
a
got access
nervous
to the
system,
breakers? Do you have access to like your main breaker? Shut the power down?
They do.
Let's try it.
Yeah, man.
It means going back into the carport.
I'll go in, man. I'm brave.
Okay.
Cover me with the flamethrowers. Let's go.
So,
Yeah.
Just a quick heads up. I sent you a message, Jeff,
oh, did you?
in
Sorry.
Discord. So
Sorry, I didn't have my Discord up. I might end up screwing up stuff. for a
Edward
second.
might have taken a snort of coke before going out tonight. He might have.
It's possible. Maybe.
When you're
Maybe.
feeling rough, it's what you do.
Okay, no worries, Dan. Okay, so he points that out. So Levi and Edward are going into the carport. Did I hear that right?
Yeah.
Okay. So as you start to go into the carport, periodically, again, you hear you hear like a electrical drill go off. All these things suddenly making sounds. As you're walking in, Levi, you notice like with a sudden thrust, a lawnmower just come kind of hurtling out from like the dark recesses of this carport and kind of slides right past the car and nearly kind of takes your foot off. Go ahead and roll like either move to get out of the way or like force to kind of push it a bit before it hits you.
I'll go move. Try and just hop out of the way.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Okay. So it's
Can
gonna
push.
yeah, you can push if you want.
I could push, but I've already got scared and exhausted from last session.
Okay.
So
Did you have time to do anything with your anchor?
Who's
no,
your
my
anchor?
he's my grandpa. He's in the hospital still.
How many conditions do you get back if you take the
All.
take the,
If you do the
all of
anchor
them?
thing,
Oh,
you get them all.
yeah.
There's other ways to get back conditions. Other people, but they usually require scenes. If you ever do like contact, I think it's contact and leadership. Like you can pull somebody aside and try to like heal a condition or two from them that way too. But if you do the anchor thing, you get like everything happens. So this lawnmower runs over your foot and you feel it nick the front of your shoe and it kind of gets into your big toe and you yelp back. Go ahead. Yeah. So as you do, you're bleeding and you're limping around a bit.
All right.
Edward, you're inside. You notice that to get back to the power, the junction box, there's you got to climb over this car or go around it into like the same dark corner where that lawnmower just came out of.
All right. I smoke, so I got my lighter to give me some, and I'll slide over the hood of the car.
Okay. As you do, these little long, they look like electrical cords, but they ended up just being like these like whips of tendrilled meat go flying at you, but you're able to do your little improvised like blowtorch there. And that does seem to kind of keep it at bay a little bit. But once you stop blowing, like if you stop to blow it, it'll brave and come right back at you.
All right, those Aquanet bottles are huge, man. So I'll just keep at
It'll
it.
last you a while.
Okay. So Levi, if you take a condition from getting the thing running over you, like you can hop over top of the vehicle, and while he is like shooting the
Yeah.
fire, you can go ahead and just turn all the breakers off and everything. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Nicholas, what are you up to?
I'd be searching the house with them,
Okay.
trying to clear rooms as fast as possible.
Okay, so the three of you are inside. It's not a particularly big place. It is just it's just a small like 2-bedroom duplex. I think I actually have a little map I could show you, but you don't really need it. Just to give you an idea of how big it is. But you pop in, and you can see that like off to the right in the kitchen area, there's like stuff moving around. The living room has like these cobwebs moving, from the corners stretching out over the TV. The dining area, you can see that there's something sagging down from the ceiling fan light fixture, and it looks like the washer and dryer has kind of moved itself out of the closet door. The door has been ripped off its hinges, and it's just sort of sitting there popping around, blocking access to the bedrooms in the back of the apartment area. How would you like to try to get around?
Screw getting around. I don't have any smart ideas. I'm just gonna push this thing.
Okay, you're just gonna walk up and push that thing. Okay, you walk up, and when you get about 2 or 3 feet away, you can see that the washer dryer just starts to, and you can hear it kind of suddenly start moving like it's a bad R2D2 impression, and then like the top kind of flaps open a little bit. You can see the spitting momentarily, yeah, go ahead and roll force if you're just trying to push your way past.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll kind of like
this-
hope that it maybe even hops at me a little bit, and then maybe when it's just slightly off kilter, like yank to the side.
Okay.
Try and maybe use its own momentum against it.
Try to pull it forward. Okay, yeah. All right, go ahead.
And I have some kind of like a aluminum bat, like a softball bat or something on
Okay.
me.
All right.
Nice.
Both of you roll force. Nicholas, you're right behind them. You hear Levi probably shout out from like the door off to your right by the kitchen, which you would know just from looking at this leads out to the carport. You would think that Edward and Levi are somewhere right outside that door, but you hear the sounds of like torch going off. You hear as if Edward's like idea for an impromptu torch is actually coming to fruition. How did you guys do on those force tests?
2 and 1, I believe.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, you beat the crap out of this thing. So Llewllyn, you managed to pull it forward, and you hear a kind of a snap, and you can see that it seems to have disconnected from the wall outlet. And as you pull it forward and it kind of like judo tumbles down, it falls on like its front face, and that's when like Allison just starts beating it with her softball bat. And yeah. You can definitely see that there's meat trying to come out of the seams but like it seems to be struggling to. But yeah, this opens up room to the back rooms, and it's at this point that the lights suddenly stop flickering and everything just goes completely black.
I'm gonna keep going back toward the bedrooms. I'm gonna go first to Bailey's room.
Okay, so you go to the. I think that's on the shared wall with you, and you get up to the door, and do you knock or anything, or you just go right in?
I'll just go in. It's the kids' room.
Oh, okay. So you just push the kid's door open, and you
Like
can
quietly,
yeah.
but yeah.
And you can actually see that it's open, kind of a little bit. Little crack is open, and you
Little
push it.
light inside.
You push
Or
it the
not
rest
anymore,
of the
'cause it
way,
was dark.
and it's dark, so it's hard to see. You're stepping on things along the way. You're not sure exactly what it is you're stepping on. Some of it's cushy. Do you have a flashlight or anything?
I'll say that we grab stuff from our own carport before we headed over, if that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine. I would imagine you guys probably have a flashlight. You're right next door. Go ahead and you flick the flashlight on. As you do so, you can, and you're going to shine it inside the kid's door, something falls down from the ceiling right above you and lands right on your arm and on your flashlight. Roll move.
Oh,
Okay.
one success.
And so, yeah, you manage to quickly shake it off before it it quickly
just
shakes off,
fine.
and you manage to keep hold of the flashlight. Out in the garage, you've turned off the three of you have or the two of you have managed to turn off, but right now you're kind of cornered behind the car in the corner. There's like meat that's sort of circling around you still. You still hear the occasional from the car and from some of these other like appliances out here. What do the two you want to do? You do see a door just a few feet away from you that you would imagine goes inside.
Do I see any cleaning chemicals around?
Something.
Something that is not explosive but flammable.
Okay. Go ahead and roll investigate. Oh yeah. Yes, you do. You see a whole like the right underneath one of these cabinets by like a water heater. There's just this big old milk crate filled with all sorts of chemical.
Can I suggest something?
Yeah.
Does he have one of those backpacks where they have the pump thing for
spraying
for
pesticide
weeds,
for like
weeds
stuff?
and
Okay, yeah.
fill it with everything that's flammable,
Oh, absolutely.
get some pressure going, and now I've got a really good flamethrower.
Okay, yeah. So you managed to do that, and that's 3 successes. You have yourself a backpack filled with flammable pesticide something or other.
Right.
Perfect. Okay.
Let's burn her way out, buddy.
Damn, you are cool as shit, Ed.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you guys just want to go back out into the driveway, like push your way past?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you just with 3 successes easily, like you're just squirting down pesticide, lighting it as best you can at time to time, and like after a while though, you do notice that they kind of start to learn. Like you notice that the meat suddenly recoils at certain times, like almost in anticipation of like the burst of fire coming out from, and then other times you'll see they kind of avoid, and then it starts to circle around you as well, almost like it's trying to flank you until you get out of the carport. Once you get out into the driveway, it seems they kind of retreat back into the darkness at that point.
God, these things are smart, man.
Yeah, they learned. So new tactics. I hand you a pack of cigarettes. Start smoking, man. So next time we're just going to spray them down and you're going to toss the cigarettes at them, okay?
Oh, all right, man. Yeah, I'll light up.
Nicholas.
All I got's Lucky Strike. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, usually I'm a Camel Lights man, but I'll make do.
Nicholas, roll an investigate test. You're like following behind Llewllyn and Allison and whatnot.
Yeah.
Roll investigate.
Failure.
Okay. Yep. It's up to you if you
I
want
want
to
to
push.
use my shame on that.
Okay. What's your shame again? How's it work?
My shame is that I feel that all my failures and misfortune are in my blood.
Okay. And they are Bloods. The 2 people you're with right now are your cousins. Are you blaming them for this or something?
No.
Okay.
it's definitely more of a personal thing that
Okay.
feels like he's held back just because of who he is.
You okay. So you actually hear, as you're still kind of in the living room, you hear from kind of behind the wall crying. And
Behind the
you would
wall?
kind of judging if this is like the mirror of Llewellyn's and Allison's home, that wall that you're hearing the crying behind is likely the bathroom. And you see it's like you just hear like a little kid kind of sobbing.
Yeah. I'll go straight there.
Okay.
I'll like knock twice before I open the door.
And when you open the door, you can see that like it's dark as heck in here. Maybe, you have a lighter or something like that, and you can kind of see around, and you see that there is a little 8-year-old girl, 7-year-old girl, something like that, in the bathtub, Right now, she's got she's got like her pajamas on, and there's nothing really in here. You don't see any signs of like the same type of meat before. It looks like she had placed like towels underneath the door because when you pushed it open, it was kind of hard. So it looked like she was covering up the seams. But yeah, there she is in the bathtub. She looks up at you and she's
Like, "Oh, come
freaking
on,
out a
let's
bit.
go. We gotta get out of here.
Yeah.
Just run over and
You're just gonna go and pick her up.
yeah.
Okay, so you just run in there, you pick her up, and
Mhm.
you firefighter her outside.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just going straight outside.
Okay. Allison, inside, like in this is all kind of happening as you're looking around inside the bedroom of the kid. And you notice immediately the kid's not in here, but you do also notice that there's this, like the shared wall of this bedroom with your own duplex you can see that almost like a nucleus from where the spread began. There's like this, there's this outlet right on the bottom by her nightstand where like there's this large mass that's just spreading out almost like a starfish on the wall, and like almost the whole wall is now covered at this point.
Okay. So I will make a note of that to share with others because I haven't figured out what to do with this yet other than beat it with a softball bat. I want to look for the parents
Okay.
to try to get them out.
Yeah. Okay. Llewllyn, you probably were headed to the other bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
And when you open the bedroom, you notice that there's been like crisscrossing stretches of meat over the entire room. And you notice that the bed, they're on a water bed, and they're kind of moving around a little bit. And there's like, looks like some of the stretches of meat have reached down and entangled them.
God damn it. So gross. Look, I'm not here because I'm smart. I'm here because I brute my way through everything. So I'm just going to play tug of war with the meat.
Okay. So what does that look like exactly to you?
You know, as poorly as you can look around with a flashlight, try to find a good source of footing to kind of reach over, grab one of the people, and
Okay.
leverage.
Okay. You reach down,
Mm-hmm.
and as you do, you see an arm suddenly jerk up and grabs you on the wrist. And just clings to your wrist, just like squeezing it as tightly as possible. You have a flashlight?
Yeah.
Okay. You see like the meat has it's kind of near their ears and their eyes. It's pretty terrifying.
Oh my God.
This is one of those moments where if we had a stress mechanic, I would be using a stress for you. But they're
I think
grabbing
let's do
onto
the
you.
thing where he's holding back vomit right now.
Yeah.
Oh.
But you feel like an unnaturally strong grip on your wrist.
Nope. I will try to pull it out of the weird meat membrane. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not a smart guy.
That's
I
fine.
just
Roll force then. Just roll force again.
I don't know what to do.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to pull the mom out, and like you hear like things tearing.
Take that, meat. Go to hell, Ham. I hate you. I hate you so
okay.
much.
And then Allison, you're able to come in and kind of do the same, and like maybe you take the mom, and then Llewllyn goes back in, grabs the dad, and one by one, all three of you come emerging from the duplex with a person, like dragging them or carrying them. The parents seem to be out of it. Like you can't tell, like they're moving and kind of flopping around, but you're not seeing any kind of recognition in the eyes.
But they're
Oh my
breathing.
God.
They seem
What
to
if
be
this is going to
breathing.
be like pod people, except instead of plants, it's meat? What if these are like meat clones?
But the little girl Bailey, when she sees the parents are brought out, she immediately tries to run over towards them.
Is there like still meat and stuff on them?
Yes, it's like you can see it sort of dripping down their ears. I can't describe this in any way that's not just utterly disgusting.
Yeah, I'd restrain her.
Yeah.
Be
Okay.
Like, no, not yet.
problem.
They're sick.
Okay.
Like you can't touch them right now.
Okay. Levi, Edward, you see them come out like heroes, dragging these people, carrying these people out, and there's these two people who are just sort of covered in meat. What do y'all want to do with this?
At that fireman?
I want to take a bath in bleach.
Here, close your eyes.
What?
Yeah, just don't smoke for a little bit. That should work as good as bleach. Oh, I wouldn't have done that if I were you.
I am not smart.
So,
Allison is going to share with the folks that weren't inside that there's an outlet in Bailey's room inside that seems to be like the main area where this is coming off the wall. So if you found something that will work, that's probably the place to go.
Hey,
So like, didn't Steven see like the arcs and shit shooting between the houses and stuff? Like, I'm thinking like a nervous system for all this meat. Like if you found an outlet that's like, we should go like stab it or some shit.
did you know
Yeah,
this
with
stuff
this-
is smart? Like it learns. Has anyone tried talking to it?
Yeah, I told it how much I hate it. It responded.
All right, so maybe hate wasn't the best way to lead with. I mean, you know, when you make a deal, you got to start off soft. And never mind.
No, man, I'm always hard.
Hey, I got this, man. I'll walk up to the house and open the
Got some
door.
pills for that.
Hey, meat house. The fuck's going on?
doesn't respond.
That's fair.
On the off chance, though, worth a try.
Yeah.
I tried,
It
right?
was like, nothing. What's up with you? No, you don't notice any.
Blink the lights once if
Would
you
it be a
understand
single
us.
house?
Actually,
Is it
that's
like
a good idea.
conjoined twin thing, since it's like a duplex.
Hold on, that's a good idea. Hey, if you can
Yeah?
understand
Yeah.
us, let's see. What can I do? The power's off, so it can't blink the lights.
Rev the car.
Yeah, rev the car.
Okay. So you say that, and there's like this long pause to the point where you think like maybe nothing happens, and all of a sudden you hear.
Oh man.
All right. If you can understand us, rev the car twice.
Kind of a long pause again, and then.
All right. Okay. Let's do yes and no. 1 revs yes, 2 revs no. Is there something that you want? Okay. Other than to kill us.
Thinking too hard.
Was that a yes or no? I
Is there something that you want other than to kill us?
Inquisitive room.
All right. Did you start off as a person?
No response to that one.
I mean, if it's made of ham meat, who knows, man?
Did you escape from somewhere? Oh man.
Was it the meat factory?
Oh man. It came from hams.
Are you out looking for revenge?
This is fun.
Was that 2 there?
That was 2.
My
It was
Zoom.
2.
Okay.
It was 2.
All right. It's not looking for revenge. It escaped from the meat factory.
Oh, do you need help? Oh, cool. What kind of car is this, by the way? Is this
It's a
cool car?
it's a Buick Century Coupe. It is not a cool
Oh,
car. It's like
mean,
it's like a 7-year-old Buick Century Coupe. Looks like a Chevy Celebrity. Light
If it
blue.
took
I had
over
one
a
of those.
Stingray, I
Great
just hop
car.
right in and like, let's go. All right.
All right.
All right. Can we do anything to help? Okay. Okay. Wow. Oh, hey, did it kill everybody in there, by the way, or do we know?
I don't think
No.
so.
You check the pulse. They like you can tell that their hearts are beating but slow. They like they're not there though. They seem like their eyes are open. They seem awake, but they don't seem responsive.
Okay. Hey, are these guys like pretty much dead, or are they going to be okay after a bit? Let's start off with, are they pretty much dead? Okay.
Were you eating them?
Oh. Oh, that's kind of cool.
Sense motive on a car.
All
All right.
What
Can you
we-
honk your horn?
You hear and then
I was just for myself. That wasn't furthering anything.
Wow, cool. So, do you have to eat people to stay alive? No. Okay.
You just need meat.
No.
Do you need electricity? Okay.
Oh, can
All
you
right.
use the radio to talk to us? You know, like it can scan channels to find words.
oh gosh,
All right,
it's
there,
going
Bumblebee.
full Transformers now.
Right? Can we
It's
call you
Bumblebee.
All right.
Okay. You
That's a
hear
great.
you suddenly hear like, you know, the radio station comes on. You hear like, this is Tricky Rick, DJ Tricky Rick. Zip. And then you hear like on NPR or something. Yes. And then it's turned off.
Oh, that's better.
All right.
Did you used to be a person that got turned into meat?
Okay. It's going to be really hard. Because it's radio stations and not like CDs. And
Half the man I
Uh-huh.
used to be by Stone Temple Pilots.
really doesn't make sense how that actually works with Bumblebee now that I think about it.
I
It
know.
really doesn't. It really
But
does.
it's a Michael Bay movie, so I'm not surprised.
Uh-huh.
What was your question, Joe?
Did you used to be a person before you were meat?
I think we asked that one, and it was
Did we?
no.
Yeah, you get just like you get no, like not really, like, but it's like jumped across, like it takes like 5 minutes for it to find like the right words. It's a very complicated process.
Okay.
All right, man. If that's going to take you a while to answer, let's just go to honking the horn once for yes, twice for no. And then if you want to try and give us more, you can try and use the radio. But right now, if you need electricity, can I go turn the power back on to the house without you attacking me?
And you hear
All right.
Also, like, do you hate ham too?
honk.
All right.
Oh, okay.
I want to go back into the carport and turn the breakers back on.
Okay.
Like, I want to say that I'm sorry for earlier. I made some assumptions, and I own that.
So you go to the carport, and as you do, there's like the weed whacker is there. You see the lawnmower is there. There's like a drill on the ground. There's like a chop saw over to the side, and they all of them are just, they're kind of still working, but they're dying. The ones that are on battery power like are still kind of working, or gas power. And suddenly you see like the car kind of move forward a little bit, the lawnmower back away, and now there's an open path to the breaker for you.
All right, man. We should have figured this out earlier. We
Oh,
could have been
man.
friends. I'll turn on all the breakers.
Okay.
When you turn the breakers on, I want to go to the house and see if there's a computer here.
See what they have a computer. 92.
Maybe an electric typewriter.
Oh, come on.
Probably
92
an electric
Commodore
typewriter.
64.
They live in a
like 70
duplex.
million households.
They drive a 7-year-old Century
Yeah.
Cube. Let's see. I'll do 4d6s if any one of these are a 6. Yes. No, they do
Oh,
not have a
no.
computer.
That's a total.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Excited.
You
They
got,
really
like-
don't have a computer.
No, they don't even. No, they do have a TV. They don't have a computer though.
You got like a computer, like a
Bumblebee.
laptop or something, man?
Laptops are this size are the size of suitcases.
Uh-huh.
No.
No. I mean, if it wants to follow me home, I mean, I got this sweet Amiga. I guess I can.
Are you trying to get somewhere?
Hong Kong.
Not trying to get anywhere to
only
escape
want
from the meat factory.
Electricity?
Honk.
Only want electricity. To what end? To grow bigger?
Honk.
And then you're going to leave?
No answer.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
Yeah, I think it's just gonna keep
Mm,
eating.
it was going so well.
Nick. Oh, I wonder how close the closest nuclear power plant is. We could just have like a new electric god we all have to worship. An electric meat god.
You do know that the power company is about 20 minutes south of where you live, Levi. But it is not nuclear. There is one, however, but it's like a whole town away, and then even further because it's away from population.
Now, the people who live in this house, does anyone work at Hams? I'm trying to figure out why this house.
I mean,
Well,
Dad worked there, but
Llewllyn,
Yeah.
Llewllyn and Allison, since you are their neighbors, go ahead and roll. Both of you roll contacts. Roll contact to see if either of you might know.
contact.
Wow,
successes.
you guys are crushing. Yes, both of you.
And another success.
Yeah, both of you know that the wife, the mother, her name was Patty, right? Patty.
Mhm.
She works at Ham's Meats.
Of
Cole.
course, Patty would work at the meat place.
Yeah, and then the other one's Cole Cuts. This is great. And then there's Bailey. That one makes no sense.
Just drink.
Okay, all right. You know that Patty works at the at Ham's Meats, yeah.
So did we ask?
Did you
Was-
hitch a ride home with Patty?
Honk.
Huh.
Did Patty know that you hitched a ride with Patty?
Honk honk.
Are there more of you?
No answer.
Okay. Oh, did you like come from the stars or something?
No answer.
do you intend to end the world in like a week?
Honk honk.
All right, cool.
Oh, do you know about the dust?
No honk honk.
Hmm. Wow.
Do you have an idea? Like, do you understand how old you are? Like, I'm not good at asking pointed questions. Like, I'm wondering if this thing used to be from the old Salt Flat location where all the weird stuff was.
One honk. Yes, it understands how old it is.
Like, how long ago was it that the old factory was that? Like, at least a couple years back.
That was yeah, years back.
Oh, okay, never mind. I'm going down a rabbit hole.
Well, whatever, man. Something's definitely going on at Hams.
Yeah.
Can
Did the
you
military do anything at Hams?
can you honk out how old you are?
One honk for each year.
Okay. So at this point, it tries to use the radio, and it kind of moves
Oh.
around, and it's only like, it's like 2 days old.
Oh, that's
And-
way younger than I was expecting.
And does that fall in line with the storm?
Give or take.
Did someone make you, or did you just happen to be? Yeah, that's an either or. Did someone make you?
You hear the radio come on. No. Sorry. We
Oh,
don't know.
It's a we thing. All right. Well, I now dub you Meat Legion.
Is all the moving hand that we're seeing part of like you?
Honk. We are the pork resistance is you. That's really good.
Oh, do you all share the same mind?
Honk.
Sort of the same question. Yeah.
So
Ooh.
it's like a hive mind thing, even if it's not connected.
Nice.
Honk.
We got a new life form that's got it out for Ham.
Honk.
Oh.
So you do.
Oh, wait a minute. Does
Okay.
this mean like Ham has been making his products out of some kind of like intelligent thing all this time?
No answer to that one.
Have we been eating sentient meat for years now?
Honk. No. Doesn't answer.
I knew it.
Do you know what caused the storm?
Honk honk.
Hmm.
You are in a suburb, and the horn on the car has been honking a lot, and so you're starting to hear like lights. You're starting to see lights come on. People opening doors. People yelling, "Shut the hell up! What the hell? We're trying to sleep here." Stuff like that going on.
I yell back. We're talking to the
You
meat car.
use-
You need to stop.
Can you use your blinker instead?
And it flashes. Yeah.
Okay.
That's smarter. Okay. Right for no, left for yes.
Just flash
Just flash.
once, twice.
Okay.
No, we got to make this more complicated.
Yeah. Put your hazard lights on if it's a maybe, and then put your high beams on if you're 100% not sure.
Can you tell us what you want?
It just wants to grow.
Get bigger.
You
already
hear
asked that.
the radio go and move, and suddenly Huey Lewis comes on, and it goes power, and that's it. Love, love. Dun, 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 dun. It's 92. It's a little late for Power Love, but come on, it's fine.
It's fine.
It was an easy listening joke.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a limit to how large you can grow?
It uses its hazard lights. Doesn't know.
See?
Are you able to shrink so we can move you easier?
Okay. In response, you see some of like the meat just begin to become even more dense and compact.
Like, some of us
should
get
have-
invited. Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say you should have all your meat like merge into the car, and then you can just drive wherever you need to go. Like,
Don't tell it to do that.
Now it suddenly is just like all the lights start going off, honk, 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 radio, da, 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 and it's like, and then you start seeing all the meat beginning to slowly move its way out
Oh,
of the
no.
duplex towards the car.
Hey, we
Is there
saved the
any more
duplex.
of you anywhere else in town?
Honk.
Okay. Well,
Oh, cool. It was on at the time. So like this is like Kit from Knight Rider, man. This is awesome.
It's all slowly trying to converge into the Buick. By the way, the Buick Century Coupe.
so like, man, I do.
Meat Rider.
Do you want to help us
Yeah, I mean,
sabotage
you know-
Ham tomorrow?
That's
It's
a
the name of my
bad
porn
phrase.
tape.
That's a
Hasselhoff is just a slab of meat. I mean, what's the difference?
Oh God.
Here, the best place that you can go to get a lot of power right now, and I'll give him the instructions to drive to the military base.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Okay. All right. And it's slowly. You see little like sausage links and stuff starting popping out of these people's ears, and just slowly like a slug
Oh.
across the porch meets up with slowly crawls up the side of the Buick Coupe and just condenses.
I'll like cover the
can I hope
eyes
that-
of Bailey.
I was gonna say, can I hope that
Yeah.
Bailey like fell asleep at some point during this?
No, she's like she's playing with some meat. She's like poking. No, I shouldn't have said it. See, no, that's not right. She's
No.
horrified. She's horrified, and yeah, she passed out in fear at some point.
That's a
There we
better
go.
answer.
There we
Because
go.
I was like,
She just
crap,
slept.
she's a witness. We better toss her in the car.
Jeez.
So over the next couple of minutes, all of the meat from this duplex condenses into this Buick, and you see it kind of moving around in the carport, kind of getting itself ready, and then starting to back out of the driveway. What do you all want to do? It's ready to go.
Oh, let's follow it.
Can
This
we
would be
ask it for a
fun.
ride?
I don't think that,
There's
I
no
don't,
room. You look
I don't think
inside.
I want to be in
Yeah,
that.
It's all
vehicle.
meat.
It's
I
just
think it's
meat.
full of-
Yeah, so much meat.
It's like the most cursed version of cars.
So who here has family that works for the military? Works in the military Fort Upchurch? I know Edward does, right?
I don't.
Well, no, he's a civilian
contractor.
contractor. So
Well, he works
may
on.
or may not have.
Yeah, he probably has access to some parts of the fort. Anybody who has worked there or knows or has family who work there, you know that protocol to get inside the fort is incredibly strict, which is one of the reasons why it's very like there's all these various theories and legends about what really goes on there, is because they claim to just be some sort of radio operation like fort, and there's like intense security there that seems to be beyond what would probably be warranted for such a place. So there's like, you questioned whether or not a car made of meat would be able to get inside the fort, but it seems
I don't
to
care
have...
if it gets inside.
Oh no, I know you don't, but yeah.
Yeah. I'm not trying to get it inside. I'm trying
It
to
would be
get the military
horribly
to take
funny
it.
though if the gate guard just saluted the meat like, "Oh, seen you before, no problem."
Hello, sir. Hello. Oh, General. See it.
General Meatenstein.
Oh, it's the hamburger helper. Oh, hello, with a
So-
white glove.
Is this how the grimace was born?
I don't know.
So what is the goal? Is our goal to just get it caught by someone other than us, or
That's my goal. I think this thing's very basic in what it wants. It just wants to keep eating and growing, and if we can get the military to deal with it, I think they're going to do a better job. I'd hate for it to make it to like an actual power plant. We would never be able to deal with it after that.
Okay.
So
it would be, yeah, that would be
Sergeant
good for it,
Sausage.
bad for us.
yeah,
Curdle ham. Oh my god. So it backs out of the driveway. gets onto the road.
Unless we want to do something while all of it is in a car, and we could.
It drives away.
Just follow it. I want to see the fireworks.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
down with that.
We can try and
Yeah.
tail it, and just to make sure that it makes it to the military base. I don't know how close we're going to be able to get to the military base, though.
Oh no, we should definitely stop far enough back, but we can, you can still see the sights.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I'll admit I kind of want to see what happens.
Okay. Oh god. All right.
I picture the cars like not even driving; it's just like walking.
Just gather like. I assume between the lot of us, we have at least a couple of binoculars. Like we'll just go park on a hill somewhere and.
Yeah.
All right. So about 45 minutes later, I'll assume you're all at 11:30 midnight. There's not many people on the road at all. It's fairly easy.
Grab
to follow
whatever
this thing.
beers that Dad didn't finish.
Sure. And you head across town. I will say that as you're crossing town, you do see a caravan of vehicles passing through downtown, heading in the opposite direction of where you're going.
Ooh. Are these
Like
like the
military
same,
vehicles?
Edward,
nondescript ones?
yeah, Edward, based upon what you heard, it looks like most of them are the same, but it does seem to be missing whatever kind of fancy vehicle. Like there was that weird vehicle it was describing. That doesn't seem to be with them, but all of the others seem to be like black, large, like, Jeeps and things. It's hard to tell, but it's a caravan. It's a clear caravan.
Looks like the men in black are heading back that way. I mean, they just passed that car right by.
They did. They just passed right by.
Only they knew.
You hear a honk, honk.
Ciao.
It suddenly turns the lights off and just cruises for a bit. Flashes its high beams. It never uses blinkers the whole way. It just constantly turns. It just starts to frustrate you.
It is a monster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't actually stop for red lights. It doesn't understand the concept. So once or twice, it can, like, most of the intersections are pretty dull at this time of night, but once or twice there's some honking and some weirdness, but you're able to follow it. But you do, as you're passing, you do see that kind of caravan go by. But when you get well outside of town, because the two most eastern things in the area that's known as Endurance are like the radio station, like there's like a kind of highway stops as well with like the old Skankles strip club. There's like, the Triple T Diner. There's a bunch of other weird things out there. And then there's the military complex. The military complex, Fort Upshurt, is far removed from the highway, and there's a series of checkpoints that you have to go through to even get towards it. So you all really would basically have to stop at the highway. Like you wouldn't be able to get past a checkpoint at all.
That's fine.
Well, we can see the car make it to that checkpoint. That's
Yeah.
entertaining enough.
I mean,
Yeah.
we'll definitely hear gunfire.
So you okay. Roll a sneak. Who's driving?
I think we're
Whose
on
car is it?
bicycles.
Okay, so it's
Where's
Llewllyn.
Jeremy driving?
Llewllyn, roll a sneak to see how well you can get the car off the road and hidden and stuff like that without it being noticed.
Okay.
Can I help by
try.
trying to like?
Oh, the
point out
car!
a
I remember
spot?
that movie. Sorry, what was that, Nicholas?
I was saying, like, could I help by trying to look for a spot or point it out or something?
Okay.
Assist.
Yeah, I'll let yeah, you can maybe say you're riding shotgun or something. Go ahead and roll sneak as well, and I'll add your successes to his, and we'll see how you
Okay.
do. The Car from 1977. I actually have seen that movie. Okay. So Llewllyn pulls off the side of the road and like parks behind a billboard for Skankles and turns the lights off and everything like that. But he only, he didn't do it in a very kind of clear and easy way. Or he didn't do it in a very like stealthy way. He just like kind of just pulled in right behind, and it took him a while to turn the headlights off because like he didn't turn them off before he went off the highway and everything. but you're able to sort of redirect him to another place that might be better. And so you're driving off road for a bit, and you find yourselves a kind of a bushy, not a forest hill, but like a cactus and wild brush hill and everything that you can kind of park underneath, and then you get out and you can kind of go up to the top of the hill and look down. And you watch as the Buick Coupe comes up to the first checkpoint, and it's there for a really long time. This thing, like, we'll say you're probably at about maybe 2 football fields distance from the checkpoint, but the checkpoint is well lit. There's tons of lights, and there's also tons of lights on the heavy walls and fence that kind of goes around the northern parts of the military base. You guys don't hang out here probably at this time of night very often. This is not the safest place to be. And you hear, just out here, you can hear all sorts of vehicles moving around in the air. You can hear like all sorts, you could hear as there's helicopters coming and going. You look up, you try to see them, you look for any signs of like, lights or anything, but they're fast and they're quiet and they're gone. After about 10 minutes, you see, like, speeding out from the further interior portions of the fort, there's a row of like 4 vehicles that are pulling towards the front. 2 of those vehicles seem to be these large vans, and then 2 just seem to be Jeeps of some kind, and there's a whole host of people in there. You got someone's got like binoculars, you said, right? Someone's got a pair of binoculars. Yeah. Dan usually is the one who carries binoculars for our squads, but he's busy right now. There he is. But you can see that they're coming in with like heavy gear, and they start surrounding the car. Like, you see all these vehicles just begin to start surrounding the car. And after a couple more minutes, you can see that these big bursts of fire just start like torching this car specifically. Like, and you just, it's like something from, Aliens or The Thing, where it's just massive bursts of fire. And shortly thereafter, like, the car is like just sitting there on fire for a bit. And then you see moments later, like, someone hoses it down from one of the vans. And then they start kind of digging through the car as if they're taking things from inside the car and loading it into the other van. And so they're just moving over and slowly loading it in. This all takes place over the course of about an hour. But they torch the hell out of the car, and then they loaded up whatever remnants of the meat that was inside. And then finally they turn around and they drive. They kind of bring out some kind of tow truck, get the coupe up into the tow truck, and they start dragging that further back into the fort as well.
I gotta admit, I kind of want to know what sentient meat tastes like cooked.
Yeah, I was just thinking that's one hell of a barbecue. I do worry that rather than helping the meat, we just armed the military with sentient meat monsters.
Thus
oh my God, like, you could just drop that as food supplies behind enemy lines.
I wonder
Right?
if the military...
at least feel like at some level the military is obligated to have some interest of the citizens of the country at heart.
Yeah.
I don't think the meat monster is at all.
And I wonder if they knew that it came from Hams. I mean, Hams is still open and operating, right? So they can't know.
They'll run the plates. Oh my God, they'll run the plates. Oh my God, they'll run the plates.
Yep.
Listen, I mean, you got to look at it like this. If a bunch of kids on a school night could figure that shit out, came from Hams, the military's got that. And yeah, they're going to run the plates, man. You should crash at someone else's house for a while.
Yeah.
Well, the plates are the neighbor's plates, so I mean,
No, from earlier tonight.
Oh yeah. That is true.
They run your plates, they'll run those plates.
They have
Both
Nicholas's
plates.
wallet with his ID.
We were just there for your friend.
I gotta stop hanging out with you guys. You're gonna get me in trouble.
Hey,
Too
I'm
late.
sort of off the radar and nobody cares what's going on in my house. So
Hmm.
The benefits of lone wolfdom.
Yeah, exactly. Levi, roll investigate.
Sounds like a mistake, but I'll do it.
You don't have to. Just gonna give you something. Okay.
Oh, I got a success. All right.
You notice as you're here in the complete and utter dark, and you can see that the entranceway, to the fort is well lit, and the whole path, like the whole road, with series of checkpoints along the way, is very well lit. But like, the fort itself is very dark, and it's built into the side of a kind of a southern mountain. You do notice periodically an occasional red blip up in the mountains above the military base. And you notice another one off to the northeast a bit.
It's the same towers, man.
So you've now counted 4. There was 2 to the far north near the summer camp that you saw, one off to the east, one off to the west. Now you're more on the kind of the east side of Endurance, and so now you've counted 4.
You know, maybe like tomorrow night or something, we should go like drive around, see if we can like get a map and kind of map out where all these towers look like they are, like a perimeter or something. Or
Are they all blinking at the same time, or are they blinking like in sequence?
It doesn't look like they're like in sync. No,
if we
you can't see all 4 of them at the same time anyway. You can only see these 2 right now. Sorry, Jeremy. Go ahead.
Right.
No, I was just thinking, like, if we do, like, they talk about, like, you get like $100 if you work at Hams tomorrow. We should totally go check out whatever department Patty worked in. So, like, if there's some signs about whatever the hell would have caused that.
Allison, you had like 1,000 successes, right? When you
4 or
rolled that.
Yeah, I had 4.
Okay.
Random thought. What did we do with Bailey when we drove?
You
off?
just left her
left
there.
her. You
Yeah.
left her. She's
Yeah.
fine.
It's their
And the
house.
parents, I assume. You just went and put them back in their beds. Everything will be fine.
Yeah.
Everything will
You
be
saw
fine.
the
They just
meeting.
they wake up
For all
tomorrow
that
morning,
matters.
the doors kicked in, their house is all trashed.
They have no vehicle.
Smells like cleaning chemicals and fire.
Uh-huh. That's fine. The important thing is we just need to go do the same thing to your house.
Their car's missing.
Allison, you would know, because of your 4 successes, I'll give you that you would know that Patty works in the cannery.
Okay.
And that she's probably been there they've only lived next to you probably for about maybe 2 years, and she's been working there the whole time that you've done.
Okay. I'll share that with everybody.
Okay. So what do you guys want to do now? I mean, at this point, we're talking like 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, something like that. It's super late. This is the
Yeah, I should
same
get-
night that you guys did all that crazy shit over at the summer camp.
My coke's probably wearing off at this point. It's like,
Yeah.
Edward's
uh,
not going to hit 20.
no, he doesn't expect to.
All right. So if we call it for a night, it might be, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like, I feel a little bad for Mate Legion, though. Like, he could have really been our friend or our overlord. I'm not sure which one.
Why not?
Oh, he's
both?
still out there, man. I mean, he said there
Yeah,
were more,
He doesn't
so he's
like
still
us
out
now.
there.
If we ever find the
Ooh,
other.
I wonder if they're
kids.
like hive mind, if they sense
they are.
that the one just got murdered after we told them it was safe or they should go there.
Oh, we never said it was safe. We
We
just
said
said there was
I correct it.
electricity there.
I said we said they, I don't know. Like, I just hope there's a whole, not a lot more Meat Legion out there that's angry at us.
I wonder if sentient meat understands nuance. Ooh.
meet friends with benefits.
I mean, it didn't even understand red lights.
Keep talking, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Next episode, we're going to have to fight
I
a
was
meat
thinking about
mech.
that.
That's my only contribution for the night, pretty much right there.
Okay. All right, so y'all head back. So we'll say,
Yep.
well, when everyone goes home, no problem.
I'm gonna go sneak into the hospital. Just
Oh,
that way
okay.
I can take a scene to recover.
Okay.
with my grandpa in the hospital. But
Okay.
just instead of going home.
When
We
you
don't
say
need
sneak,
it.
do you genuinely mean you want to sneak in?
I would presume at 1 a.m. they're not going to let anyone.
Right.
in a
I just wasn't
small-
sure if you're gonna try to sneak in or like talk your way in.
I'm going to try to sneak in.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and roll that then.
Oh shit.
Hey, and if anyone doesn't want to go home, crash at my place.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, you're in just fine. You do notice something though, Levi.
Oh no.
If you recall, when you were last here, both Stephen and Nicholas had done some exploring while you were talking to your grandfather, and that's when they came across a room with a man who had apparently turned into dirt. And you also came across a room. They came across a room where a man, they think it was a man, was getting injected with some kind of like radioactive material, and he had like a massively swollen head. And there were guards on this. As you're sneaking in here, you notice that the entire western wing of the hospital, which is not the wing that your father is in, but it is the same wing where those things were happening, is currently cordoned off. And there's
Armed
like,
guards or just
there's like
locked in?
hospital security. Roll an investigate test though. Yeah, noticing things sucks. It's just like Alien. I love like the fun thing to do in Alien. Just like
Yeah.
roll an observation test so I can make you go insane.
I am going to push that one.
Are you okay?
This will be my last condition.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay. All right.
Use your
right.
shame if you haven't.
That's true. What is your shame?
That I ripped off the first song that got kind of popular that I wrote.
Okay, so you're
I don't know how that would come into play here.
like you're a fraud.
Yeah, I'm a fraud.
Okay. Can anyone think of anything? You're a fraud.
Tend to be a doctor, but that's kind of intense.
Yeah, I would say if you would have been like talking, it probably would have made more sense. But sneaking, I'm just gonna
Yeah,
say
I'm
nah.
cool.
Like a
I'm gonna
fraud.
say nah.
not
Yeah, I'm
visiting
cool
your
taking that as a
grandpa.
no.
But yeah, you just see that like there's just hospital security over there. But yeah,
Okay.
you make it in and you're able to spend some time with your grandfather, who is yelling at you like, what the hell are you doing here, basically.
Shut up, man. Don't say anything or they'll call mom.
But yeah, you get your scene, no problem. Is
right.
anybody else doing that with anchors? Because I know you guys have been, it's been a while, and you guys have had a series of weird encounters between the summer camp and this stuff.
I don't think I
I
should be
looked
calling the
for-
ROTC recruiter at 1 a.m.
Tomorrow's Friday, if I recall correctly, so you do have a day of school. You could go see him in the morning or something.
I'm sure he would answer your call, even at 1 a.m.
It's probably more like 2, or because it's like 45 minutes
Oh.
outside of town where the military base is.
He's like a really nice guy. I don't want to do that.
Okay.
Can we just have like a scene and I can try to do
Sure. Yeah, so the other
something?
what you can
when I
do
drive back?
if you want to do that, if the two of you come home, you
Drop
can
that off on the couch.
dropped. Yeah, he's there sleeping. Was he in the trunk? No, he can't be in the trunk because that's where Steven usually hangs out.
We just
Maybe
send him
we
to
just-
the bar.
Oh, he's still in
I
his
assume
he's still in his
like-
beer coma basically.
Okay.
So yeah, if you're looking to do it, you can do a scene where you spend time privately with another scene, giving them advice and comfort, and then it allows you to roll a lead test, which lets you heal one of their conditions. If you get an additional successes, you can choose to heal more conditions for them, or you can even heal one of your own. So
Oh, that's cool.
Go ahead and roll lead then, Allison.
Okay. So just processing everything that happened, but we'll be okay.
Maybe I shouldn't have yelled at the meat. Maybe I made it worse.
I'll
But, like,
re-roll.
Okay.
Okay.
So you'll take a condition, but he'll be able. So Llewllyn, you can remove one of your
I'm
conditions.
exhausted.
Okay.
Oh,
It's been
I'm
a long
sorry,
day.
sis. Thank you.
All right. So the rest of the night, we'll say, is uneventful.
Is
I
it?
think we've had enough. Morning comes around, time to go to school. I will say that Llewllyn and Allison, when you wake up in the morning,
Mhm.
it's high school, so you guys probably wake up pretty early. You do not hear anything from next door. You don't hear any sounds on the other side of the duplex. And I'll give two of you could both take an investigate roll if you want, really quick.
Yeah, I want to make
Yeah.
sure Bailey's
I'm
okay.
using investigate kind of like observation, basically. Is how I'm throwing it out
That
there.
seems fair.
Okay. All right. Between the two of you, I'll say, Llewllyn, you notice that it's fairly easy to notice this, but like you notice that the duplex itself, like everything in the carport, is gone. It's completely emptied out. And Allison, you notice the signs of fairly large tire tracks in and around your driveway, or the shared driveway, I should say, with the duplex people.
Whoa.
Well, they've been busy, whoever they are, all night.
So it's probably been about 5 hours, 6 hours or so.
And we didn't wake up. We didn't hear anything.
Nope. It was a long day, and you were exhausted.
They
Allison.
move quickly. I'm literally exhausted.
I know.
So I'm alright
You
with
still
that.
are. You're still really tired.
Yes.
But your dad is up. He's making frozen waffles.
Thanks, Dad.
Oh, for himself. But then he kind of
Yeah.
looks guiltily, and he's like, "All right, fine," and he slides it over towards you, and you realize he actually didn't toast it. It's just kind of, it's still kind of cool.
No, you've got a long day ahead of you. Might actually see you at the plant today,
You got school.
but they're giving $100 if we work the day.
You got school.
And I'll just sort of put my arm around Lou and just kind of pat him out, like, we'll figure it out.
Okay. Thanks, Dad.
Y'all have a good day at school.
Mm,
You can tell he's hungover as shit right now.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And I'll on my way out, like, make sure a pot of coffee's on.
Okay.
For a second there, I thought like maybe he actually cared that we were getting an education, and then I remembered he's just still drunk.
Yeah, just
Sorry.
if you go and you're already there, he's not going to be able to do anything.
Okay.
But yeah, good point.
All right. But we'll say all of you get to school. How does school go today?
I bet it's gonna be weird as shit.
Yeah. How does school go? I don't want to introduce something brand new like within the last 10 minutes of the episode, but how does school go? Do you do do you an anchor scene in the morning with your ROTC guy, or?
Actually, my sis took care of me,
Okay.
so I feel bad now. I can tell she's exhausted, even though I'm feeling better.
All right. Is anybody looking to do like, so it's just a normal day at school. No one seems to really be talking about too much other than what
I'd be
apparently
looking for
was
a
a
way
big
to-
old fire at the summer camp last night.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's so weird.
I'd be looking for a way to run into Horace on my way to school.
Okay.
What's the primary way that the city gets power? Do we have?
You have there is a power plant, like I was saying, the Levi. It's about 20 minutes, 30 minutes south of where Levi lives, which is, it's not near the military base, but it's southwest section of it's near Ham's Meats, but not that close. It's over by the trailer park where Levi lives.
Is this a decent school system? Does it have a computer lab?
Yes, it does have a computer lab, but it's not particularly a great computer lab. I mean, we'll say it's maybe a couple old computers,
Okay.
like 1986 or something. Yeah, 5
Probably
years
some
old.
C64s and
Yeah.
VIC 20s. All right.
But yeah, we'll say there is one.
Okay. I want to try and find out who in school has parents that work at that power plant.
Okay. Roll a. Is this? I mean, 1 second.
And like to do this, I'm hacking into the power plant.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So this will be program is to computer programs, like kind of like hacking, I guess. So yeah,
Yep.
let's do program.
Okay. I'm literally going to use the move from hackers. Like, hey, yeah, this is service technician 1612. My name's Bob. Yeah, can you turn that phone over and tell me what the numbers are underneath? All right. Only one
Oregon
success.
Trail. Okay, 1 success. I'll give you 2 names then.
Okay.
There is a athlete guy. The name is Sean Welch, whose dad is like a foreman over there, and then there is Elsie Oliver, and her mother works at the plant as well.
All right. Good enough. Just jot those down.
Mhm.
All right.
Let's see. Nicholas, did you wanted to find Horace? Okay.
Yep, on my way to school.
Sure. Say you find Horace. He is downtown still. You find him in the alleyway behind Shakey's, and he is munching on some day old bread. And he sees you. Hey, boy. What's up?
Hey, how's it going, Horace?
Oh, going super. Just eating my breakfast.
Good to hear.
Yep.
See more of those trucks and caravans moving around.
They
at
were
night?
out last night. That's a couple days in a row now. Yep, they were here.
Yeah, some weird stuff going on.
I guess. Always weird stuff going on here. That's all right.
Mhm. Any word from my older brother? Have any idea where he's at?
No,
Know if he's made any
no.
runs to try and sell anything?
Well, that's the funny thing, actually. I haven't heard about him at all. Usually I get a little taste here and there, but no one's seen him. Like, nobody. Nobody has seen him. You catch my drift?
Yeah.
No, like, no one.
No one.
Like, if there were like 10
Not
people
anyone.
in here, none of them seen him.
When was the last time he was through?
It was before the storm.
All right. I don't know if there's anything else I need to ask him.
No.
But-
Anything else you need
Yeah,
to ask
and
me?
then I'll just be trying to heal. I have 2 conditions to heal off of him.
Okay. Yeah. So you spend a little time before school talking to him a little bit, and you go ahead and have your scene. We'll say you're late for your first class by about 10 minutes, but no one really cares. Like, it's fine.
Mhm. Especially not me.
Yeah. Like, he ain't going anywhere anyway. Who cares?
Mhm.
So, okay. Anybody else looking to do anything in particular?
I probably am actually skipping school and going to Ham.
Okay. Does anybody else skip school today to go to Ham? Okay. Levi skipping. Llewllyn skipping. Okay.
Actually, that might be a good idea.
All right.
since
It's money, and I know
They
there's
know
trouble.
my name at. I feel like they might check my school if the military knows my name, so
Okay.
I'll probably go to Ham too.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right. So, and Steven as well.
I think I'm gonna try and keep myself, off the radar a little bit. I'm gonna try and act normal. Go to
Oh, so
school.
you're going to go to school? Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
All right. A couple things for you, Steven. We'll get Dan in the game here at the end. Dan's been busy, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm
Work.
sorry about that.
No worries, man. It's all good. So A couple things happened, Stephen, at school. First of all, multiple times throughout the day in different classes, someone comes in from the office looking for Nicholas. And they start asking around to his friends, including you. So at a certain point, you're called in to, the administration office. And there's a very, kind vice principal woman who says, "Now, Stephen, I know you're friends with Nicholas. I called his home. He's not sick. His mother said that he went to school. He left like normal. So I need you to tell me, where is he? I know you're friends."
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of expecting to see him at school today myself.
You're telling me you don't know where he is?
I mean, not off the top of my head, no.
Y'all are just thick as thieves, and you're expecting me to think that you just don't know where he is. Should I be surprised that Llewllyn's not here today?
I don't know where he is
Levi.
either. Note that I'm the only one out of them that's here. Somehow I got left out, I think.
Are you on the outs with them? Did they
I
kick you
mean,
out of the group?
You know me, I don't know too many people too well.
That's why I was surprised that you wouldn't know where your only friends are. I'm not very good at being a vice principal.
I'm not very good at being. I'm not.
This vice principal is a bit of a bad cop.
Well, here's what we're gonna do, Stephen.
Sure.
You're gonna go ahead and go back to class, and then if you see Stephen, or if you maybe remember where he might be today, you're gonna come and you're gonna let me know.
Sure, absolutely.
This is serious, Stephen. Nicholas is in a lot of trouble. A lot of trouble. Okay? He's going down the same road that his brother went down. And if you're really his friend, you'll help him. He's calling out for help right now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want that to happen to him.
She leans in. Are you doing the drug, Stephen?
What?
Are you?
You think?
Well, apparently Nicholas is. He was. She looks around. I shouldn't tell you this. But apparently, he was at the camp. You know, where the drug people are.
That place that people were talking about caught fire the other night, right?
Mm-hmm. And they think he might have been involved in that. So if you know something, and if you really want to help him, you're going to get him to go ahead and come in. Okay?
Yeah, I mean, I'll do what I can to help him.
Okay. Good. That's all I ask. Now go back to history class.
Okay.
All right. Anybody else have something they want to do?
Allison probably would have skipped school to check on.
No one cares about education these days. You know? It's
No,
always the teacher's fault. Well, the kids don't even show up anymore. So, hey, what am I, whatever. Go ahead.
So she's wanting to check on Summer at the hospital and assuming that her anchor, who is Autumn, who's Summer's sister, might be there too.
Okay. Hey, roll an investigation test when you get there. You go during normal working hours, so you don't have to sneak in, but I'll give you the same investigation that I gave Levi last night.
Okay. 1 success.
Okay. You also notice that an entire wing of the hospital has been closed down, but you notice something. These aren't guards that are dressed like normal hospital security. You can tell that the uniform's a little different, and they look good at their jobs. They look very alert. They're kind of eyeing everyone down, and when you even look over at them just to see this, the split second that you notice this, they immediately are looking you directly in the eye, and you get a very unsettling feeling as they stare at you. You're pretty confident these aren't actual high school, or excuse me, hospital guards.
Their bulletproof lab coats are just suspicious looking.
Right.
Yeah.
So I just kind of, give him teen stink eye back, just, and then
And one of them's
go.
like, "Are you giving me the stink?" No, just kidding. That doesn't happen. Okay.
And so then I'll go ask for, what room.
Okay. Yeah, and you're not. I mean, like, you're told where to go, but they say that she's not accepting visitors. But while you're there, you do notice, like, in the kind of a visiting waiting area, you do see your anchor there. You do see Summer. So you're able to kind of, and she's like distraught. She's feeling awful. You're feeling awful. The two of you like have a bitch fest about DJ and his horrible influence and stuff
Autumn
like that.
and I bond.
Yeah. So at first she's kind of mad at you, but then she's not kind of mad at you, and then really she's just mad at DJ and da 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 da.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and we were the ones that got her sister help, so
Yeah.
I feel like I was hoping that there would be a little bit of
Yeah.
appreciation there that would make me feel better and not exhausted anymore.
And then she says, and do you know why the military police were asking to see my sister?
No.
Okay.
I mean, there was some weird stuff going on. I think from like some of the other cabins over there.
Okay. Okay. I mean, I don't know. They seemed really interested in talking to her, but like she's out right now, so they're coming back later apparently.
I didn't get a chance to talk to her at all. I mean, she was out when I first saw her. So
They pumped her stomach and I don't know. They said a lot of things. I don't know. I wasn't really listening. But okay. Well, I mean, all right. Shouldn't you be at school?
I mean, I had to make sure you were okay. Obviously, I'm not going to be there when you're here.
Right. Okay. I think you should probably go to school. Like if you want out of this town, you need to you gotta graduate and get out of here. Okay?
Yeah. I know. But, and then I try to divert to,
Okay.
I think we're going to do a party this weekend or something and try to.
And she'll take the bait and she'll talk
Squirrel.
about that. Yeah. Okay. Anybody else looking to do?
I just want to check on the two names that I got just to see if they're in school today.
They see Sean Welch is not. He is the sports guy. You would guess that if he's he might be one of the ones that is kind of taking advantage of the hands meets $100 thing. He's like but as far as you can tell, Elsie looks to be here. Say
Okay.
you probably have a class with her. You probably have overlapping classes.
Well, that's interesting. So the one guy, his folks work at the electric plant, but he might be at Hams today, which he might be bringing a package home. So I'm gonna keep that in the back of my head.
Okay.
Go through my classes.
Fair enough. Okay. And so what I think we'll do is we'll probably end it there, and we'll pick up on the Hams meet day and various other things next time, so we don't just kind of start in on a bunch of new stuff. But yeah, I think we'll stop it there. That works pretty well. Let's do our XP questions really fast and plug some stuff and get on
The
out.
Meat Factory.
The Meat Factory. So that was fun. I had no idea you guys were going to lead a sentient meat monster to a military base. tonight.
What? You didn't plan for that?
I didn't.
Come
I
on.
was a little
Come on.
surprised. I didn't realize we were going to have a conversation with it either. I was really surprised, but that was fun.
That was
Um,
fun.
Car horns and engine revs.
I thought that was pretty fun. And then Joe was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna send you off to a firing squad, so have fun."
What could go wrong?
Yeah.
All right, participate in the session, 1 XP. Let's see, problem or relationships gets you into trouble. We'll say I'll say you guys were in some pretty serious trouble. Just take a point for that. Were you broken and forced to take a scar? I don't think anyone got broken. I know we've got some conditions. No one got broken. Anyone put yourselves in harm's way to resolve the mystery?
Yeah.
I think everybody did.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
Right
everybody.
into a meat monster.
Yeah, everybody one
And
way
my
or the
toe
other.
ran over.
Yeah. And did you learn something new?
Yes.
What did we
Yeah.
learn?
Sentient meat
There's
that acts as a
sentient meat.
collective
Yes.
And
that
It's
hates
out
hams and
there.
wants electricity.
Yes. All right. So yeah, take another one for that. And remember that you can only have 10, 5 XP to increase the skill level by 1. So you got it. Yeah. So spend them whenever you want. Let's do some closing plugs. Bert, what do you got going on this week?
Twitch.tv/Steam Steel and Murder tomorrow night. Maybe some first edition Dungeons and Dragons if everyone's able to make it. Friday is BX Dungeons and Dragons. Sunday fun day. We toss up. Probably some Gamma World. Do something.
Yeah.
And Saturday on the official Goodman Games channel with Chuck and his crew, we're doing some Umerica.
Nice.
I'm, running us through.
Very nice. Hey Christopher,
forward
yeah,
to
you got here just in time for us to do our outward plugs. We just finished up a little adventure where they had to beat a monster out of a duplex and led it to a military base so it got flame broiled, something like that. I think it was a tool to which you say it's the origins of Burger King. There we go. Chuck, what's going on with the vendors?
Oh, Wednesday, 10 p.m. Central. Jeremy's going to be kicking us off a new Spectaculars run.
Yeah.
So we'll be doing that. Then Friday, we're going to be starting off 9 p.m. Central, doing Destroyer of Worlds, the alien scenario. Saturday, at some point, we'll be releasing the next episode of Watercolors and Warriors, our 5th Ed Ghibli-inspired campaign that's YouTube only. Like Bert said, Saturday night, Goodman Games official, Umerica. And then Sunday, 9 Central on Defenders, we're going to be doing the next episode of our Salt Marsh campaign.
Awesome. Have you have people picked characters for the Destroyer of Worlds?
Dan picked out Chaplin.
Mhm.
Jake picked out Jim Pickle, whatever his name is. And then I think Tyler was going with Iona. So Joe
No
still
Hammer?
needs to pick.
No
No one's
hammer.
picked
That's
Hammer.
crazy.
I know.
Okay. I mean,
Joe still
Zmajewski
needs-
is pretty amazing.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
juice.
I think I picked first last time, so I was gonna pick last this time.
Okay. Yeah. So Joe and Liz both still need to pick characters,
Okay.
but
I had kind of thought about waiting to see if somebody picked Dante or Hammer and then would take the other one, but
Mhm.
nobody
good
was
either
picking
way.
anything, so I just
They're all pretty fun. in their
Chaplin
own
seemed
way.
interesting. So
Someone's name is Hammer. I
listen,
would want to play
Yeah.
them. Probably.
They're all good characters, but objectively, Hammer is the best.
I agree. I played Hammer.
See, both of them played Hammer, and they're both wrong. It's weird. how that worked
Anyway,
out that way.
if someone doesn't pick Hammer, when someone's character is going to die, so someone will get to play Hammer.
Exactly.
just a matter of time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, people
Uh,
are gonna die.
For sure. Jeremy, Plutecast, man.
Sure, PLEWD, Anchor and the YouTubes.
Did you guys do your Invincible? Were you guys doing an Invincible episode? Was that
Yeah, we've done some recording, and we're just trying to get that put together.
Awesome. Okay. And then for us at Adventures in Lollygagging, we have a Delta Green game on Friday over at twitch.tv/the Lollygaggers, where we're playing through the Impossible Landscapes campaign. Things have gotten really weird, literally on par with Meat Monster. It's gotten pretty crazy.
Mm-hmm. Breaking points have been reached.
Exactly. And then speaking of Alien, next Monday over on our channel, we're continuing our Alien campaign, and you can see Chuck and Melissa and Jeremy in that game as well. And then soon, we're going to be playing some Worlds Without Number. We will be announcing that when that happens, but we're doing that soon. Otherwise, thank you to everybody who hung out and listened to that weirdness tonight, and threw out funny jokes in the chat, like all the different names that the different military meat people could be.
Yeah.
I like that. That was a lot of fun. Sergeant Sausage. But we'll be back in a couple weeks to play more of Into the Dirt and Into the Meat and whatever we're calling this thing. So have a good night.
Bye.